Welcome to week 10. Finally, some good fucking football. And a lot of shitty football.
Yeah, there was definitely some dog shit.
Hi, welcome back to the Fumble Forecast, week 10 of the 2024 NFL season with your hosts, Mark and Thomas. We got some pretty good games to go over this week, some pretty shit games to go over this week. And I think we should just jump right into it with Thursday night football. Finally, some good fucking food. Cincinnati in Baltimore. Why are the Bengals so shit, Tom?
They're not shit.
They are shit.
They're not shit. Okay? The Panthers are shit. Okay? The Bengals are unlucky. Losing every game by a point makes you unlucky.
Currently sitting 4-6 in the division, throwing over 100 yards more than Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, 4 touchdowns on the day. Man, sometimes you just wish you could carry your whole team, but you and Jamar Chase cannot do it, can you, Burrow?
I mean, dude, I feel so fucking bad for Joe Burrow. I am starting the campaign now. Free Joe Burrow. Hashtag free Joe Burrow. We need to get him out of that shithole organization. Dude, come on, man. He is way too good to waste his career on the Bengals. Okay? Oh, man, it's just brutal. I hate to see it. Like, you're literally watching a potential Hall of Fame career fall to dust. Could you imagine, okay, if you took Joe Burrow, dropped him on the 49ers?
The 49ers would be the Super Bowl
They'd
champion.
have won the Super Bowl twice.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, absolutely. It's really a shame, too, this game. Like, they lose by a single point. They contain King Henry to only 68 yards. A touchdown in the game, but 68
Yeah, but
yards.
they did pretty well.
Did Lamar Jackson only 290 yards?
Well, that's normal for him.
Sure, but like, and you held him to 14 points in the first 3 quarters. Like, if there is an unlucky team,
It's the
it has
Bengals.
to be the Bengals.
Dude, the bounce always goes the wrong way for Cincinnati, no matter what.
I if I can't remember. Tom, you could go back.
Yeah,
Viewers, you could go back.
I'm scanning the memory bank.
If I ever said anything negative about the Bengals, I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know.
You are the unluckiest motherfuckers in the league. I don't want you to do well because you can be scary when you do well. So, but I am sorry.
Yeah, but they can't do well. They just can't. All right, listen. Jamar Chase, amazing wide receiver. Easily a top 5 wide receiver in football. I don't think anyone will argue with me about that. Joe Burrow, amazing quarterback. Easily a top 5 quarterback in football right now. But they got nothing else. This is the calculus. This is the brain tricks. The level that the Cincinnati Bengals think on is, you know what we don't need? Joe Mixon running the football behind our all-star quarterback who has an all-star wide receiver. Why would we ever want to add an additional threat to our offense? Why would you want to have more weapons for your offense? Like, dude, it boggles the mind. What the fuck?
No, it absolutely does. It absolutely does. It's really strange.
Free Joe Burrow. Okay.
They gotta mix it up. Like, they cannot just rely on the passing game. 49 yards rushing between Chase Brown, Joe Burrow, and Tanner Hudson, who got 1 yard. We'll give him a little consolation prize.
Their run game is
Like,
dog shit.
it really is.
Here's the thing. You get rid of Joe Mixon. All right, he's an amazing running back. Okay, terrible decision to get rid of Joe Mixon. First off, second off, you're not, dude. The trade deadline just passed. You're not gonna pick up any running backs. None. No running backs.
We have Jamar Chase. It's
He's
fine.
a receiver.
Air raids, passing the ball deep. He's got a
Here's the
cannon
thing.
for an arm.
The only thing that you need to do in order to win against the Cincinnati Bengals is double cover Jamar Chase, and then it's over. They literally have no answer to it. And we've seen that week after week after week after week. If you can stop Jamar Chase, they have no answer at all for it.
Yeah, so
I mean, Jamar Chase is good enough to the point where he's still going to get his, even if he's triple covered. But, like, dude, the Bengals really fucking missed the mark here. Not, like, pick up a scrub running back. Anything. And they just couldn't do it. They couldn't pick up a fucking running back for a bag of fucking peanuts.
Just for reference, Jamar Chase accounts for half of all yards.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Like, I gotta spread it out.
Dude, I'm just saying, Jamar Chase in this one game receiving against the Ravens, he caught 264 yards receiving.
Yeah.
Brother! You cannot have a one-man offense. It's not possible. It doesn't work. It doesn't win championships. It doesn't work. Give my man, Joe Burrow, his freedom. I am demanding from our new president-elect a presidential pardon for Joe Burrow so that he can escape the Cincinnati Bengals. I want a presidential executive order freeing Joe Burrow from the Cincinnati Bengals. And I rest my case. I want that man freed.
Yeah. And now, unless you have anything else to say, let's move from
Don't let me talk about the Bengals anymore.
We move from the unluckiest team to the most garbage team, the New York Giants. The final punishment of Germany has occurred. Nothing will ever top this.
Yeah. We don't have to talk about this game.
If you don't want to, that's
no,
fine.
we can. I just say we don't have to.
But like,
I think it speaks for itself.
But like, the Panthers are supposed to be the worst team in the league right now. Giants.
Well,
Why
no, the Giants are
fighting
now
for that?
the worst team in football.
Well, they were. So I'm saying the Panthers were supposed to be the worst.
Well, are they really the worst though? We have the Raiders and the Jags still, and the Titans. Why are they? All right, listen.
They can still win games. Those guys can still win games. Shitty games, to be sure. But they could still maybe.
Dude,
win.
the Raiders are 2-7, and the Jags are 2-8. None of these teams we're mentioning right now can win games. They're incapable of it.
Listen, I'm trying to make a point here.
They better stop that.
Yeah, no, there's nothing more to say. The Giants, y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up in the off season. when you let Saquon walk, and y'all fucking up now.
Yeah.
Daniel Penny's is not the guy.
Oh, no kidding.
You need someone better. Just pay him something to get out of the contract and do better. That's about it. And
No, Marky.
speaking of Saquon walking, Tom, I'm sure you're chomping at the bit. Let's talk about Eagles Cowboys.
Oh, well, hold on really quick. I know I said I didn't
for
want to talk about Panthers Giants, but I do want to
shit.
say Bryce Young in 2 weeks, week 12. Bryce Young is going to be starting against the Kansas City Chiefs. He needs to do what no other man can do. I hereby vow that Bryce Young will be the one to finally defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to mop the floor with the Bills in week 11. Not even going to be close. And then Bryce Young, our hero, will be the one to finish the job. In Bryce Young, I trust. Now continue.
All right. So now on to the utter devastation that is the Eagles dominating the Cowboys.
Dominate is right.
I just want to say this to all you Cowboys fans who saying like, "Oh, Dak isn't the guy."
Dude, he is the only reason they ever win. He's the only reason they ever win.
Oh my God! With Cooper Rush under center, what you guys accomplished? Nothing.
Dude, quite frankly, and I have been saying this since the beginning of the fucking season, Dak Prescott is the only person on that team that I feel like I could trust to win a football game, unless you're in the playoffs.
Yeah, one caveat.
So I every time that I hear Cowboys fans slander that man, I, in my head, just please let them draft a dumpster fire quarterback so that they can understand the pain and suffering of not having Dak Prescott as their quarterback. He's good.
They don't need to draft a bum. They have it in Cooper Rush.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, to start.
Yeah.
Like, if they trade away Dak Prescott, they may as well not even consider themselves a contender until, like, 4 years from now. Bare minimum.
Yeah. And let's not forget, for the first time, Jalen turned over the ball.
In a while, yeah.
In a while, and he was still dominant.
Yeah, Jalen had an amazing game against the Cowboys. It was consistent. It was exactly what you want to see.
202 yards,
2 passing touchdowns, and 2 rushing touchdowns. I just want to say though, poor Saquon Barkley, man is cursed to always go down at the 1 yard line. Like, it's literally like Saquon Barkley has gone down at the 1 yard line. Jalen Hurts is sitting there in a 3-piece suit smoking a cigar. Guess that's my cue. It's just like, dude, what?
Oh, is that what the intention of the meme you sent me?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like, I'll be taking that one.
I didn't understand. Okay.
Yeah, no, he steals all of Saquon's touchdowns. I legitimately think, I know it's a quarterback award. I know there's almost 0 chance of this happening. But I think that if all of those tush-push Jalen Hurts touchdowns were Saquon touchdowns instead, I think he legitimately would be in the run for MVP right now. I mean, there's no way he's
no.
going to get it at this point. He doesn't have the touchdowns. And he's a running back. But, dude, he is just, he's fucking phenomenal. What else is there to really say?
And this is something I didn't know.
Though I will say
I
that was a
remember...
down game for him.
Yeah. He's been in the league since 2018, right?
Yeah, I think it's 6 years.
Yeah. And he's never beaten Dallas?
Well, he was on the Giants, dude.
Yeah, I know, but like...
And yeah, he was injured all the time. So anytime that they did beat Dallas, he was injured.
Damn, like... I'm glad he got his first dub over them.
Well, dude, and I've been saying this for like 2 weeks now, watching Saquon Barkley neck and neck with Derrick Henry in rushing yards this season. If Saquon Barkley had been drafted by the Eagles, he would be on the way to the Hall of Fame fast right now. And I hereby declare, if we had him in 2022, easy Super Bowl win.
Yeah. No shade to
Miles Sanders.
Yeah, Miles Sanders.
Yeah, but Miles Sanders ain't Saquon Barkley.
No, I agree. And especially the way he's been playing.
I legitimately cannot think of any running back that the Eagles have ever had that I would rather have than Saquon Barkley.
Damn.
He might be the singular best Eagles running back ever. Like, there are some people that are up there with him, like LaShawn McCoy is up there with him. Deuce Staley, obviously, though a lot of his best moments were with the Steelers. You have to really go back to find somebody on the same level as Saquon that played for the Eagles. I feel bad for him, to be honest, that he got stuck with a bum-ass fucking team like the Giants.
Especially, like how happy he's been.
Dude, every time I see him, he's smiling. He is the happiest dude on the team.
I want to say this, and it's been like a while since I noticed this, and like as I've started watching like behind the scenes stuff, it really does look like the Eagles are a team.
Yeah, they're happy. They're jiving together.
Cooper DeJean
is not us. Yeah, I liked seeing Gardner Johnson singing to Cooper DeJean. That was pretty good.
Gardner Johnson making Jalen Hurts smile.
Yeah, that is an accomplishment. Okay, let me tell you.
Accomplishment.
No, I did like seeing Jalen Hurts trolling Comcast Sports Center before the Commanders game. That was fucking hilarious.
I didn't see that.
I'll show it to you later. He was just trolling the shit out of him.
Oh god,
he was wearing sunglasses and everything. Like,
yeah, and now, I can't. No. Okay. So, Tom, I've kind of dominated this first quarter. Do you have any games you want to?
Well, hold on. I'm not done with the Eagles.
Oh shit.
Just a quick preview, just some transparency here. We're recording this on Saturday. We've watched the Commanders-Eagles game already, just to preface what I'm about to say. I think that the Eagles have one of the best defenses that they've had in decades at this point. I know that they don't have the sack numbers that they had in 2022, but I think I'd rather have this defense than the defense from 2022, despite the sack numbers. And the reason that I say that, teams can't fucking do anything. Like, we're not getting sacks, but they can't do shit. And I'm not talking about just the Cowboys. The Bengals couldn't do shit. I mean, like a lot of the teams that the Eagles have played, I will say, easy schedule. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to tell you, the Falcons couldn't score. The Packers barely scored. The Saints could barely score. The Browns suck, but they couldn't score. The Giants put up 3 fucking points in the game against the Eagles. Any team can score a garbage touchdown at the end of a football game when they have the fucking foot on their throat. Okay? The Bengals accidentally scored 17 points on the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
The Jaguars did better than the Bengals somehow, but 23. They're keeping every team except the Packers around 20 points, which for me is the ultimate benchmark for a football team. Is 20 points or less. So, honestly, with the exception of the Buccaneers game and the Packers game, both two pretty decent teams, they've done really fucking good. And honestly, I went into this season expecting the defense to be crummy at best. So, I am very pleased with the defense this season. But maybe this is an expectations management thing. Maybe I just expected them to be total dog shit, so I'm extra happy now that they're really good.
Yeah,
Because, dude, bread and butter are out there in the backfield just smacking passes out of the sky.
Yeah, no. Next
Chalk
year,
dog.
defense gonna be crazy.
Well, I'm not sure, actually. Some players might walk. But I swear to criminy, if they don't pay Zach Bond, I'm going to riot in the streets. I got to... Can you, off the top of your head, is there one linebacker in football who is having as much of an impact as Zach Bond?
No, absolutely
No.
not.
Not
and I know
one.
I know that a lot of my hype with the defense has been around Quignon and Cooper, but
they're awesome too.
But props need to be given. Zach Bond has been part of almost every major defensive play. I think since
Dude,
the
he's
bye
getting
week.
25 tackles a game.
He is everywhere. I don't know if that's
He's a
him
blanket.
just being amazing at reading offense, or it's Vic telling him be here. But whatever it is, man is there.
Yeah. It just goes to show you that being in the correct organization is literally everything when it comes to how good of a player you are. You can be the most talented guy in the universe who is the best at your position in the entire league. But if you come into the league with a dog shit coach and a dog shit organization and dog shit players around you, you will never be anything. And I think that Zach Bond is the perfect example of that. He played for the Saints for years. I don't think he played for any other teams. I think he was drafted by the Saints. I think they picked him up. And he just didn't really do anything. He was like kind of a whisper in the wind down there. Second, he got to Philadelphia, secures a starting job, and is immediately a blanket. This just tells me everything I need to know about the Saints, honestly, watching him perform. Like, you don't need to, I don't want to hear anything about them. Just look at Zach Bond and his performance with the Eagles, and that tells you everything you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we can move on from the Eagles game now. I did want to talk about the Steelers Commanders. Wait, what?
Okay, we can do that, but really quickly, I just went to Zach Bond's profile. He has more tackles with the Eagles than he does his entire Saints career.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, dude, I didn't even know that we had picked Zach Bond up. That's how much of a whisper in the wind he was. And now he's like number 1 linebacker in football. Just by changing to another team. That's the only difference.
Yeah. Damn.
I mean, unless he started shooting up the juice in the offseason real hard. I don't know, but... He looks like a completely different player. I think he's really hit his stride. Like a lot of people are saying, 3-year deal. No, 5-year deal. He retires an Eagle. We're all happy. Done. I'm done with it. Secure him for 5 years. Right now, before the season ends, I want him signed now on an extension because I don't want the price of his position to start skyrocketing as we go. And then 3 years from now, we're limp dick in hand and we have to pay him top dollar or let him walk. Just pay him the good money right now, 5 years, decent contract. I trust Howie to negotiate the terms. He's pretty good about that kind of shit. And then just 5 years, locked down. No extensions, no renegotiations. Done. 5 years. Because he's worth it, man. I don't think anybody will argue with it at this point. I mean, we haven't seen the multi-season sustained success, but I have no reason to believe that he's going to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems like a good dude, too. Like, he seems like he interacts really well with the other players. So it doesn't seem like he's a locker room problem or he's causing trouble. We have right now a really good group of guys. Nobody's toxic. Nobody's awful. It's just working real well, and it's pleasant to watch most of the time.
All right.
I mean, that's all I ask for is most of the time. So anyway, Steelers communists. Russell Wilson's still garbage. He's fucking awful. Jaden Daniels' rib injury is still clearly bothering him, and I don't know why they don't just sit the rookie for a week. Just sit him. Let him recover. Let him have no stress at all. 0 reps for a week, okay? Because, let's be real, they ain't winning the division with the Eagles in it. And it's time to let your rookie recover so that he can flash into the wild card game. Maybe win. Wouldn't that be cool if the Eagles and the Commanders faced off against each other in the second round of the playoffs? That would be pretty sweet. And we'll just bite it from there. Okay? However, the Steelers managed to win this game. And I'm happy that they did. But quite frankly, they had no business winning this game. It all came down to that fluke at the very, very, very end there. Did you have a chance to watch that, little Marky?
No, I did not.
Okay. So, it was a scum penalty at the end. They lined up like bullshit. The refs fucked the Commanders hard big time. And Russell Wilson managed to pull off a 32-yard pass because of it. Okay? And after that 32-yard pass, kick into the end zone, win the game. And that was it.
That's
mighty unfortunate. I felt bad for the Commanders on that one.
Those are deserved. Yeah, no. Honestly, it really pains me to say it, but the economy future looking bright.
I like it. I'm very happy about it. I am more than happy to stop talking about the Cowboys because they're dog shit forever. Stop talking about the Giants because they're dog shit forever. And have a new rival in the Communists. I'm excited for this. I am tired of the fucking cow bitches. Okay? I'm done with them. Personally, I'm a little bit young. I never saw the Cowboys even get to a conference championship before. That has not happened in my entire lifetime. So personally, I never really cared about the Cowboys. I didn't watch them win and beat the Eagles a whole bunch. That wasn't a thing I got to experience. The older guys, they're Cowboy, like, they want to kill them in their sleep. But for me, I watched the Giants win 2 Super Bowls with Eli Manning, and I hate the fucking Giants. But now they've been dog shit for like 15 years. So it's just like everyone sucks my whole life. But moving on. One more thing I wanted to talk about. The Cardinals are a legitimate team.
Yeah.
They look good. I am thoroughly impressed. Especially, remember before the season started, my uncle said the Cardinals were his pick for the surprise team. I'm sitting here like, you motherfucker. He brings it up every time I talk to him. Fuck you. But yet they're 6-4. Who the fuck had that in their bag? In their back pocket that the Cardinals would be 6-4, first place in their division, and the 49ers would look like dog water. Who had that in the bag of tricks? Because
I certainly didn't. I didn't expect
they're
them to
barely
be-
500, the 49ers this season.
I didn't expect Arizona to be sucking, because I thought like, oh, San Francisco, they're gonna be little bitches and use
They're
their
good
loss
about
to
that.
use that loss to fuel themselves and take the division again, blah blah. So fucking boring. Fuck the 49ers.
I haven't been this excited about the Cardinals since 2008. That was the last time they were like real good. They went to the Super Bowl that year. I'm pretty sure it was 2008. So I don't think they're doing that this year, though. Don't get me twisted. I don't think they're there yet. Maybe 2 seasons from now they might be there. But I want to take a second here. The 49ers are in some real fucking trouble. Their playoff path is looking more and more and more difficult. So just over the next few weeks, here are the games that they got coming. The Seahawks, the Packers, the Bills, the Bears, the Rams, the Dolphins, the Lions, and then their last game of the season is the Cardinals. So in those 9 games, I think they win 4, most likely. So they might go 4-5 to finish out the season, which would make them a 9-win football team.
Mm-hmm.
But the Cardinals, let's take a peek at their schedule really quick. Let me pull that up so I can go over it.
Well,
It looks a lot easier.
They get to play the Panthers, so that's an automatic.
I know.
+1.
Well, they got the Seahawks twice. They got the Vikings. They got the Patriots. They got the Panthers.
+1.
They got the Rams, and then they end with the 49ers. I think they're going to clobber most of those games.
Yeah.
They definitely beat the Patriots. They definitely beat the Panthers. They definitely beat the Rams. Here's a quick call. I think they beat the Vikings. Okay? And I think that they at least split with the Seahawks. And then I think they win against the 49ers in the end of the season. So that'd round out the end of their season with 6 wins out of the remaining games. That'd make them a 12-win team in the NFC. That's, dude, they'd be right up there in the playoff picture with the Lions and the Eagles and the Commanders.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So, I just want to say, didn't see it coming. Cardinals, I didn't know your game, respectfully. I did not know. But I got to say...
I was unfamiliar with your game.
Yeah, I was unfamiliar with your skills in game. I got to say, as a Philadelphia Eagles fan, I don't ever want to hear anybody talk shit about Jonathan Gannon ever again. That man is successful everywhere he goes. Okay? I'm just saying, let's be real here between you and me. He turned a dog shit Cardinals team into a legit, potentially 12-win contender in 2 seasons.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
With a quarterback that I don't think is that good.
Yeah.
Man is a mini-me. He's a little tiny fella. He can't even see over his other players. Little man. But, like, dude, the Cardinals were stinky last season, man. Like, here, hold on. What were they? They were 4-13 last year, dude. 4-13 to potentially 12 wins. And then the season before that, they were also at 4 wins. And then the season before that, they got 11. So they did fall off. But it like, I'm just saying, man. Like, I'm just throwing it out there. Jonathan Gannon needs some mad props. And we were all clowning on him. I have to admit, his I gotta feel that fire in your belly. If you don't feel it, you better get on out of here and go home. And it was nerdy and cringe as fuck. But I gotta say, it clearly fucking works. He needs to come back to Philly and do some of that shit. So, I'm proud of the Cardinals. I'm always happy about another bird team.
Mm-hmm.
So you go for it. Go for it.
And since you brought them up, I have very little to talk about this team, but I do want to just say one thing that you may disagree with me, because
Probably.
because I think I understand a bit how you think about football. 49ers.
Boo
Return game for CMC. Fine, whatever. I don't care that they win. A lot of people have talked about this, and this is just something that maybe my inexperience with football is blowing this up more
Doubt
than
it.
it probably should. Fuck Deebo Samuels.
Why? What did he do? Did he do something stupid?
Well, yeah. Well,
I didn't see him do nothing.
I think he did something stupid.
What did he do? I haven't heard about this at all.
I thought I told you about this. So what's this guy's name? Jake Moody, the kicker.
Yeah.
For the 49ers. He missed 3 field goals.
Okay.
And Deebo Samuel went over to him and apparently was like talking shit, like, do your job.
Yeah, it's because he's the worst teammate in the entire league. And he's an asshole.
And then the camera was on this interaction. The long snapper is like, back the fuck off. Deebo slaps the long snapper. And I'm just thinking to myself, the other people, and I think I saw another comment on a video on one of the videos, like, going over this incident. Deebo, what's your job? Isn't your job?
It's to score touchdowns,
and
which they couldn't fucking do to save their lives in that game, by the way.
And they had
against the Buccaneers with a terrible defense.
Let's see. How many red zone trips did they make?
Oh, I have no fucking clue. I just know that they only managed to score 23 points against the Buccaneers.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so
Lumpy is disturbed.
So of 7 red zone visits, you can't complete it 5 times.
No. No. Debo's an asshole.
God, yeah. I guess I'm learning that more and more each day. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, he's a dickhead.
Stay forever on the 49ers, bitch. Bring that
No,
team back.
retire. Get kicked out of the league. I don't want to see
No.
your face ever again.
No, he's not gonna get kicked out.
No.
Alright.
I think it's time we moved on to Fraud Watch.
The Frog Watch.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Push the button. I have the Fraud Watch. Welcome back, my old friend, Caleb Williams. You are back on the Fraud Watch, baby. Oh my God, I've been waiting for weeks to talk shit on this ugly fuck. Lumpy is incensed by me talking about Caleb Williams. She is a Caleb Williams fan, but I'm not. That motherfucker sucks. 120 passing yards, 16 for 30, 0 touchdowns. Dog shit. Hate that motherfucker. How the hell are you going to go into a game against the New England fucking Patriots and get outplayed by Drake May? And he went into this talking mad shit, saying to the punter, hey, don't worry about it. You ain't going to have to worry about kicking very many punts this season.
I'm tired.
Little known fact. The punter has more punting yards on the season than Caleb Williams has total yards on the season. Dog shit. Horrible. You suck. Back to Fraud Watch with you, and I'm done. Garbage. Now I'm done.
I don't. That was well, you stole mine.
Oh, you were gonna go with it too. Double Fraud Watch. Trash.
And see, now I'm just trying to think. Like, okay, so you put Caleb on Fraud Watch.
He's so bad. It's
Who am
it's
I
great.
Gonna put on Fraud Watch. And I think it's gonna have to be the Vikings.
Oh, dude, that's two in a row for you. You're making them permanent frauds. That's the rule.
I didn't.
You did them last week, I thought.
Did I?
I was pretty sure.
What was their week 9 against the Colts? No, didn't I put Houston on Fraud Watch last week?
Yeah, I think you did. The week before that might have been the Vikings for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they lost to the Rams, you called them frauds.
Yeah.
Even though it was total fucking scumbaggery that they lost that game.
No, absolutely. 12 points against the fucking Jags?
I don't disagree with you on this one, man. I think the Vikings have lost steam.
Like, come on, guys. No. No. Bad football.
Well, to be fair, the problem with the Vikings was Sam Darnold this week. Man threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, he has played phenomenally this season, so he gets a 1-week pass. Okay? Don't do it again.
Yeah.
You do it again, you're done. And also, did Trevor Lawrence get injured? Why was Mac Jones playing?
Yeah, no, Trevor T-Law was injured.
What's his injury? I didn't see that he was injured.
Um,
He wasn't even injured in this game. What the fuck happened?
Trevor Lawrence, shoulder.
Oh, on his throwing arm? Which shoulder?
It just tells me shoulder.
No, that's fucking terrible info.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Got no more.
But yeah, no, I think that's a good fraud. I think you frauded us. So, Marky, going into next week, what's your game of the week, big dog?
To next week, who?
We obviously can't do Commanders Eagles, which was the game of the week because that already happened and we watched it.
Yeah.
And that's next week's episode anyway.
I see two. I see two options.
I see quite a few actually.
Yeah, I know, but I think these two are probably the top options.
So yeah, it's obviously Lions Jags.
And you threw me there for a second.
Yeah, you kind of bought it. I didn't expect you to go with it.
No, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Chiefs in Buffalo.
I think you're right. That's a classic matchup
That's
at
a
this
classic
point.
matchup.
Um,
And,
Chiefs are gonna win. The Bills are not gonna win that game. Sorry, they're not.
yeah.
Big poo
And
poo.
then the other game of the week.
Steelers Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. However, I think that the Steelers are gonna win that game. First of all. Second of all, the Bills are gonna lose. The Chiefs won't win. The Bills will lose. Let me make this very clear what I'm saying here. I think that the Bills are going to either have it robbed from them completely by the referees, or they're going to lose it for themselves by just playing like dog shit because they just can't play against the Chiefs. I just don't know what it is. They get hit with Andy Reid's stupid Ray and just lose it. I don't know what it is. Sean McDermott has been figured out by Andy Reid. He just out-coaches him, and the Chiefs just outplay the Bills. I am almost willing to bet money on this at this point. However, I'm not choosing either of those as my game of the week. I'm getting a little creative this week.
Oh shit.
I think that the 49ers Seahawks is my game of the week. And the reason I say that is because both of those teams are going to be playing their fucking asses off because whoever loses is just out of the running. Period. So I think that both teams are going to come in guns blazing trying to win that football game. And I think it's going to be good. It's the midday game at 4 p.m. I think that's the one of all of them that I'm flicking on, sitting down, eating some popcorn and wings, of course, and pizza, of course, and ice cream, of course, and an entire buffet, actually, of course. And that's the one that I'm going to be tuning into and enjoying this week. I think it's a classic. I think it's going to be a good one. And even though I prefer the Seahawks' old logo, I am still happy to root for a bird.
All right.
So yeah, that's my game of the week. I think we only have one segment left, right?
Yep.
Time to kiss some babies, Mark. Let's see. I think you need to eliminate one.
Alright, you're gonna have to.
You have already eliminated the Panthers, the Browns, the Patriots, the Jets, the Jags, the Cowboys, the Saints, the Titans, and the Raiders.
You know, yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. I don't want to do it, but
Do
I
it.
think I have to. Bengals.
I think that I'm not gonna lie to you. That was gonna be my pick. So you kind of fucked me.
Yeah,
Um,
sorry.
I
Like
have already. Oh no, go ahead.
it's. I think it's a bit too early to. I see basically it's either them or the Bucks, but I think the Bucks are just good enough that they could probably come back a little bit. And then like trying to kiss the baby from anybody out of the NFC West is impossible.
Yeah, at this point, it could go either way. You can
So
kiss the
like,
baby after this week, though, when the 49ers and Seahawks play each other. You'll be able to kiss one of the babies.
yeah, I guess so.
So, as of now, I have already kissed the baby on the Jets, the Jags, the Raiders, the Browns, the Colts, the Titans, the Cowboys, the Patriots, and the Dolphins. I think it's time, boys. I am kissing that Bears baby. The Bears will not make it to the playoffs this season. I'm calling it now. I don't think that they're good enough. I don't think that they'll be able to do it. And I think that they will not be even a wild card team this year in the playoffs because, once again, as always, dear viewers, Caleb Williams is trash. Do not ever forget it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see nothing more than that man fail. I am like number one hater. I'm sorry if you ever hear this, Caleb Williams. I'm sure you're a nice guy, but I just hate you so much as a football player, which is really rare for me. Why did you opt out of the medical exams and say what you said about just not needing to because you know you're going to be picked first anyway? It really rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm sure I'm not alone. But fuck you. I'm sorry. Fuck you. And that's all for me. I think we're good. Did you have anything else
Okay.
you wanted to add?
Yeah, no, Lions, if you let us into the Super Bowl, thank you, and you will receive your $1 million payment later on.
I'm Allow me to step in here for a moment now that you've brought this up. I was asked yesterday during the Commanders Eagles game, Tom, do you think that the Eagles could really beat the Lions and the Ravens and the teams that are going to the Super Bowl this season? And my answer was, yeah, I do. Why can't they? And then I went and I looked at the Lions team, okay, and I was sitting here and I was thinking to myself, well, let's see, what was the best performance that the Lions had on the entire season so far? And I think that the best performance they had in the entire season so far was probably their game against the Seahawks, where they won 42-29. And that was when they were at full health. Okay. I gotta tell you, I love the guy. He's the man. I always picture him wearing a cape whenever I imagine him as a player. But I'm sorry, you cannot convince me in any circumstance that Jahmyr Gibbs is anywhere even remotely close to the player that Saquon Barkley is. You cannot convince me that David Montgomery is anywhere even close to the level that Saquon Barkley is as a player. You cannot convince me that the Eagles' O-line is not infinitely better than the Detroit Lions O-line. Um, I think they have Jared Goff over Jalen Hurts. I think I will give them that edge. But I think AJ Brown beats out the Sun God. I think that Devonta Smith beats out their number two. And honestly, I think Jahan Dotson beats out their number three. I think that our tight end is better. I would take Dallas Goedert over what the fuck is his name? Sam Laporta. I really just don't see how their offense really contends with the Eagles' offense. And on top of that, second of all, I think that especially with Aiden Hutchinson out for the season, the Eagles' defense is an easy pick over the Lions' defense. I don't think it's close. So, yeah, if you ask me, can the Eagles beat the Detroit Lions this season? You're goddamn fucking right they can. All. They are killer. I think that the Eagles, I got the same vibe about the Eagles this season that I had about the Eagles in 2022 and in 2017. I think, boldly predict, the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl this season. I have been waiting to put this on the Fumble Forecast. I am making my prediction that the Super Bowl this season will be a rematch of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. And I am literally going to put my money on it.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Rematch time. Let's get that dub.
And I
Thank
also
you. Oh,
I also think that it's possible that we don't even see the Lions in the NFC Championship game. Just throwing that out there.
that's an even bolder prediction.
I'm just saying it's possible. It could be the Commanders or the Cardinals.
Damn.
But it will definitely be the Eagles.
Well, thank you for watching the Fumble Forecast recap of Week 10. Hope you enjoy. Hope you spread us around to people if you like us enough. Tom, do your little spiel.
Go ahead and hit that follow button or subscribe button, depending on the platform you're on. You can listen to us anywhere on any platform that you get your podcasts. But always share us with your friends. I promise you it'll be cool and not cringe. See you guys next week. Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.